Egypt, the ancient crossroad where Africa leans into the Middle East, where over 118 million people live, most of them clinging to the banks of a single river like life depends on it, because it does. The Nile cuts through the desert like a lifeline, one of the longest rivers on Earth flowing stubbornly south to north, defying expectations like everything else here. At night, from space, you'd see its course lit up like a glowing scar, proof that even in the harshest landscapes, people find a way to survive, to thrive, to build something eternal. Cairo sits on the northern part of Egypt, a city so packed it feels like the whole country's heart is pounding in its streets. Over 23 million people squeeze into a place where every square mile crams in more than 21,000 souls. A chaotic, beautiful mess that never really sleeps. The Nile runs right through it, carving Cairo into two halves, Cairo on the east and Giza on the west. Like a scar that reminds you, the river's not just water. It's the bloodline, the pulse, the reason the city even exists at all. After 20 hours in transit, Denver to Istanbul, Istanbul to Cairo, your day is delirious and starving. Next thing you know, you're in a car, new sensation blasting, parked in front of a shawarma joint in Giza where the line's spilling into the street. You forget the photos, forget the footage, you just eat. Because sometimes the best meals, the real ones, aren't for Instagram. They're for you. And this one was worth every mile. I didn't get a photo of the koshari, too busy eating it. Koshari is Egypt's national dish, pasta, lentils, chickpeas, rice, and spicy tomato sauce. A beautiful, carb-loaded mess that somehow just works. Follow the locals to find it, not the guidebooks. Cairo doesn't ease you in, it hits you fast, loud, and full of flavor. Saqqara, about 20 miles south of Cairo, ancient burial ground for the city of Memphis. And yeah, home to the Step Pyramid, the first pyramid. Built around 2700 BCE for some guy named Djoser. Designed by Imhotep, architect, doctor, priest, philosopher. One of history's true originals. The kind of mind that shows up once in a civilization. Maybe. He was designing columns centuries before the Greeks even thought about marble. A man so far ahead of his time, he was doing genius-level work before there was even a word for genius. Forget Silicon Valley. This guy was the original disruptor. So yeah, pyramids, pharaohs, the whole obsession with death, it's fine. Interesting? Sure. But that's not what stops you in your tracks. It's the stuff carved into the stone. Every wall, every corridor covered, floor to ceiling, with symbols, stories, names. All hand-chiseled with a level of precision that makes modern tech look clumsy. As you meander the corridors, it hits you. Someone stood here, thousands of years ago, hammer and chisel in hand, turning stone into memory. And somehow, it's still here, still sharp, still echoing. And today, we still don't really know how they pulled it off. No blueprints, no how-to manuals, no YouTube. Just pure unfiltered genius and a level of craftsmanship we can't seem to recreate. Ask an Egyptologist and you'll get theories that don't quite hold up. Fragments, shrugs. At some point, you have to admit it. We have no idea how any of this was done. Maybe the truth's buried deeper, or maybe it's been hiding in plain sight all along, just waiting for someone to stop explaining and start wondering again. Back in Cairo, you've got more museums than grains of sand, in which you can see anything your heart desires. Dead people, papyri, sarcophagi, more sarcophagi, statues, mummified organs, pottery, gold sarcophagi, more gold, farming tools, and of course, mummies. Ancient pharaohs meticulously preserved, wrapped, and sealed away for eternity so they'd spend the afterlife in serene privacy, undisturbed by prying eyes. Which naturally explains why they're now in glass cases stared at daily by thousands of tourists. You think they're enjoying this? I'd be pissed. But hey, at least the museum floor looks like it was designed after a few too many psychedelics. Maybe that helps ease the eternal indignity. Or maybe not. Cairo's got an endless list of things to see, but the Hanging Church stands apart. Built over an underground cavern where Jesus, Mary, and Joseph stayed for a few months while they're on the run from King Herod, you stand there and feel it, layers of history, faith, and quiet wonder, all meeting right beneath your feet.